Welcome everyone to the third annual Time to Thrive conference. I am honored to share the stage tonight with so many people who are leading voices for LGBTQ youth.
We've gathered really at a crucial moment, at a time when every American is asked to take a stand.
It takes all of us, parents, educators, counselors, healthcare providers, to create a welcoming world.
As many of you know, LGBTQ youth still face bullying, harassment, and discrimination. Gender nonconforming kids need adults like you to advocate for them.
Sometimes all it takes is just one opportunity to change the world.
My teachers most likely didn't know that I was trans or what that even meant, but they could see that I was different and they were sensitive to that. And sometimes that's all that's necessary.
As I am still only in high school, like most teenagers, I'm still figuring it out. I'm starting to identify as one or as part of the trans community. And I don't know who I am or where I will be going in the future, who I will be 10 years from now, but I just like the limitless feeling of it, and I'm perfectly fine with who I am now.
The work we do is critically important to level the playing field, to end discrimination, to keep our families together, and to keep our children safe.
I believe young people must stop hearing messages that someone is broken, less than, or separated from God just for how God created them or who God created them to love.
It's so important for youth like me to know that there's nothing wrong with being LGBTQ. But it's also important for kids to know that there's not a wrong way to be LGBTQ.
And I say that to all the actors, musicians, plumbers, mailmen. It's just to show everyone that we're all the same.
Regardless of who you are, where you come from, or what your HIV status is.
Believe me when I tell you that I know from a personal experience how words of encouragement and a caring understanding of a person's life path can make a difference in how they see themselves and others.
I've been there. I have seen the good and the bad, the ugliness, but also the beauty and the triumph of the human spirit with kindness and compassion.
All of us are beautiful in our own right.
We cannot be silent supporters. We have to be outspoken, even if it's against some policies at school.
No matter your differences, no matter your struggles, there ain't no mountain high enough to keep us from being there for each other.
When students see adults moving mountains on their behalf to help them become successful, students learn that they have value.
And when the effects of bullying or other hurtful acts bring times of darkness, despair, and isolation, perhaps we can better remember that we are not alone.
When you know that you have a student, be proactive ahead of time. Come to something like this. Be a mentor, learn what you have to learn about it.
If you don't have education, you really don't have anything. If you're not educating yourself, then how are you going to be effective enough to educate someone else?
Making sure we're creating safe and inclusive environments for all identities across the spectrum.
No matter where you are, no matter what the conversation is, there's a friend and there's someone who will affirm what you're saying and listen to your story with full respect.
Hearing some of the most incredible LGBTQ youth getting up, sharing their stories and what they're doing in the community is very inspiring, and it's definitely something I can take back to my community.
We still have a lot more work to do, and I think being at Time to Thrive is a great opportunity to connect with like-minded people, to hopefully think about how we can educate and activate the next generation.
I come to this conference to get, for one, feeling of solidarity. There's so many people that are committed to coming here and helping, and for two, to just get these practical resources based on research that we can say, hey, this is how we can help.
I'm thrilled to kind of see the conference grow. More importantly, to see all the different organizations who are exhibiting and presenting and doing workshops, and actually just watching the organizations find areas where they have common goals, because at the end of the day, they're all trying to help LGBTQ youth.
This is the most loving, tolerant, understanding group of people I've ever met in my entire life. I mean, I think this is everything that's right with America, and this is what everyone should be. Everyone should come to a Time to Thrive conference.
From the heart of a mother, thank you for giving me hope that there are those in the world who will not judge my son, but will see all that he is and all that he can be.
You are the true heroes.
Keep up the fantastic work. We'd like to help you be fearless. You've got a bright future ahead of you, and we're with you on this journey.
Each and every one of you and the millions of people that you represent across the country, and it's your voice and your advocacy and your extraordinary strength that allowed us to be at this point in history.
And I'm confident that many years from now,
When future generations look back upon what we achieve, they'll view this moment as a time when love and understanding triumph over all of those who stood in their way.
We at HRC can't help but be inspired and hopeful for the brighter future where all LGBT youth feel safe, supported, and celebrated just as they are.